In today's video, we're back at the Park Hyatt Niseko. We'll cover everything you need to know about the property and let you know if anything has changed. One big favor before we dive in is to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you like content like this. Sebastian loved this property so much last year that we are back for a second year in a row. This year, we are shaking things up a bit. Last year, we focused on the 2 high-end restaurants, and this time we are going to try a little bit of everything from every other restaurant here and let you know if it's worth going to or not. We'll also check out the new pop-up and also ski around the area. We made it onto the Park Hyatt bus, and it is a luxury coach bus. Super plushy seats. These do recline, and there's plenty of footrest. The bus also has free Wi-Fi, which is pretty neat. It's a 2-hour ride to the Park Hyatt, 1 hour out of the city. We'll take a rest stop, and then we'll continue on for another hour. In order to book the luxury coach transportation to the Park Hyatt, you do need to make reservations in advance. So there's about 8 people on the bus right now. It's not bad, there's still plenty of seats. If you have Hyatt Global status, this is a complimentary service. However, you're not going to get there until about 5:30 or 6 p.m. So if you're planning to get like a full snow day in while staying at the Park Hyatt, it might be better to take alternative transportation. Let's jump to the room tour. Welcome to the standard king room at the Park Hyatt Niseko. Let's take a look at the view. So as you can see, it's facing some buildings. This is actually the conference room. So every winter, there's usually some type of special pop-up. And last year it was LV, and this year it's Blue Label. Blue Label one is a little underwhelming in my opinion. It seems a little overpriced for what it is, and also you're in Japan. So I think a lot of people have a preference to lean towards Japanese whiskey, but that's just a personal opinion. We did check out the pop-up and explore a little bit, so keep watching later in the video if you want to see that. Over here is the king size bed. Here's a Bose speaker. And what's really cool is that you can control the room temperature. So this is divided into 2 different areas, the bedroom area and the living room area. So it does have its own temperature control. The shades are also electronic, and the lights are controlled here as well. Here is the TV. So pretty decently sized, almost my size. Step in here, this is the bathroom. So it is pretty big. On the right side is going to be the shower area. So you do have the waterfall shower, or you can choose to relax in the tub. Sebastian says it was very comfortable. The bath amenities are going to be from Le Labo exclusively for Park Hyatt. These smell pretty nice. The water pressure from the waterfall head wasn't that good. I like this one instead. For double vanity, there is a TV in the middle if you want to watch anything. Also a Dyson hairdryer, which was really nice to use, and a box of amenities. This includes comb, toothpaste, cotton buds, shaving cream, and nail filing kit. All the other drawers are empty. You step over here, this is the closet area. So what's really nice is that they do give you plenty of hangers. So as you can see, we have our winter coats hung up here. And if you want to hang up more sweaters or any more jackets, then there's even more hangers. And this luggage area is actually large enough to open 2 suitcases, which is also really nice. On the bottom is where you'll find the yukatas. These are meant to be worn in the hot spring and the spa areas, so don't wear them around the property, but strictly in those areas if you're walking to and from there. Oh, this is the cover for the yukata. A shopping bag if you need additional space or to put anything in here, and a shoe bag. On this side, there are robes, the shoe amenity tray, safe, and a laundry hamper. It's also toilet number 1, and it does have a bidet. The cover automatically goes up once someone enters. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, that one looks like it's on the struggle bus. It's supposed to go higher all the way? Yeah, it was supposed to go higher. Anyways, moving on. This is the living room area where you'll find TV number 2. It's the same size as TV number 1. Comfy couch that also is a sofa bed in case you have a player 3 or you want to put player 2 here. There are extra pillows. If you want some privacy between the living room and the bedroom, there is a curtain that goes down electronically. Over here is the temperature control for the living room area, plus lights. The dining table doubled as a workstation for us, plus a charging station back here. For beverages, there is a paid bar inside the fridge back here. The only thing that's complimentary is the milk, so you can use it for your coffee or tea. These are yogurt drinks that are taken from breakfast and a half-eaten Pierre Hermé cake, or I guess it's 75% eaten, which Sebastian has been working on by himself. Empty drawers. Yeah. And on the bottom half are empty drawers in case you wanted to fill them up with anything, but these are paid snacks. Coffee is from Nespresso and teas are from TWG. In case you run out of coffee or tea or complimentary bottles of water, you can order more amenities using this QR code. I like to stay hydrated, so I ordered a few more waters. Plus, Sebastian drinks a lot of coffee. There's also a wide range of cups and utensils. This closet here is where you can hang some of your snow gear. In case it's wet, you can turn on a heater, so it'll dry a lot faster. Very useful. That's actually off when the light is on, and then it's white when it's on. There's also a nook here in case you need to hang up any jackets once you enter the room. These are slippers that you can wear around property to the spa and onsen area. And in case you have guests or you have more than 2 people, there is a bathroom number 2. So toilet here, and this one only has a shower. In case you're curious where we are in the main building this time, and our room is right here. So aside from this corner room, it's just slightly larger, everything else is pretty much the same size. Our room doesn't really have a view, but the other side probably has a view of the mountain. But I think it's more convenient to be in the main building as opposed to the other wings. But I think that's also where the suites are. So who knows? Personal preference on if you like walking through another wing to get to the main attractions, or if you want to be in the main building. Okay, so we arrived at the Park Hyatt at around 5:30, got checked in, and it's dinner time. So we ordered takeout from the Italian restaurant downstairs. So this is a mushroom pizza with sausage. Oh, that looks good. Plus some squid ink pasta. So the pizza was like around $15 and the squid ink pasta was also around like 15 or so, but I'll put the prices on screen. Aha! Okay, this is what it's called.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's a really rich chocolate cake. There's also bits of chocolate inside. We ended up booking this stay using World of Hyatt points and booking a few nights with it. There are credit cards out there that earn flexible points and have Hyatt as a transfer partner, and if you want to learn more about those, I'll leave a link down in the description box below. Make sure the links are competitive, but using those links really helps us out, so thank you in advance. Also, if you do have ski gear or snowboard gear, you can ship them to the hotel. It was only about $20 to ship them from Narita all the way here, which is a really good deal. I feel like shipping in the US would be a lot more, especially for something this large and heavy. On that note, let's go check out the rest of the property and the ski lockers. The Park Hyatt has large full-service ski valet areas on both the hotel and residence sides. There's also an on-site rental and shop, or you can walk a few steps outside to find another one. The gym is open 24 hours and has a wide range of equipment like weights and ellipticals with a great view. The pool is perfect for relaxing after a long day on the slopes. There's a large pool and a row of hot tubs on the side near the window. The locker rooms have showers, a steam room, makeup area, and lockers, plus a centrifuge to dry off your swimsuit. The Park Hyatt has a lot of common areas that you can relax during the day, and during meal times, they turn to seating for the lobby and lounge restaurants. Walking further back, you'll find a row of restaurants offering a wide variety of food like Italian, Japanese, and Chinese cuisine. The Park Hyatt has 2 wings, one for hotel guests and another for residents. They also have their own lounge areas, ski lockers, plus a holiday pop-up shop. Looping back around, there's a Pierre Hermé on site where you can find some sweets and soft serve ice cream. It's time for lunch, and we're back at one of our favorite restaurants on the property, Moliere Montagne. Dinner here was one of the highlights of our trip last year, so we wanted to try the lunch menu this time around. The menu is a set course, and the first item was burdock soup. Oysters are here, having it 3 ways. One is with cracked black pepper, second one is with the lime, and then third is plain. Let's do pepper first. It's a really good oyster. It's super nice and plump and juicy. The next oyster is just plain, so no seasoning on top. It's like ocean salty, so it's like you can taste the ocean in the shell, and the oyster is super plump as well. And finally, we have third way, which is with a squirt of lime. It's like deflated. For bread, there is a giant sourdough loaf and house-made butter. So pretty cool. Ooh, it's nice and hot. Yeah, that's fresh out of the oven. Take a quarter. That's really good sourdough. The next main is here, and it's assorted winter vegetables with gnocchi. We're instructed to mix it up, so let's do that. There's only 2 pieces of gnocchi in here, and the rest are vegetables. Let's try the gnocchi. That's some good gnocchi. So it's like a giant fluffy pillow in your mouth. Yeah, super airy, fluffy. Probably the best gnocchi we've ever had. Winter vegetables, there's a large melody of them. So you have mushrooms, cauliflower, carrots. Oh, next dish is hairy crab risotto. Hairy crab shell, risotto, and crab meat inside, and foam to top it off. That's really good. So usually the innards or like the cream of the crab shell, that's what is the risotto sauce. Super smooth and creamy, and it melts in your mouth. Yeah, some of the best crab risotto I've ever had. The foaminess on top makes it like really nice, good balance to it. The next item is not on the lunch menu, it's actually a special order. So last year when we came here for dinner, we were really impressed with the abalone, so we did pay a little extra to have it at lunch. It's the abalone with the squid ink risotto. Inside abalone is nice and tender, nice crispy char on the outside, and the flavors are really good. So it's like the abalone and squid ink sauce, perfect. The squid ink risotto is nice and creamy and adds a really nice texture to it. If you like abalone, this is definitely worth the add-on or trying during dinner. Okay. Oh, it does change. So the palate cleanser is a pear sorbet. First you eat it plain, and then they pour some brandy on it, and it changes the taste. It actually does change the taste. It's really good. It kind of brings out the flavor, which is kind of the crazy part. Next up is the beef course, and this is supposed to be Hokkaido beef cheek, but it kind of looks like oxtails, or like the beef tail. Let's begin. Ooh, it is super tender. Like I don't even have to cut into it, and it falls off the bone. Yeah, this is like off the bone good. Try it. That's definitely a melt in your mouth beef tail. I've had a lot of oxtails in my life. This is not a beef cheek. Probably some of the best tails I've had in my life. Yeah, super tender, melt in your mouth, fall off the bone, and the flavor is great. For the final course, it's dessert time, and super cute. This is a type of orange sorbet on a tree trunk inside of an orange. Okay, let's dive in. Oh, that's a really good sorbet. Okay, thank you. So it's like the super ripe oranges that we had in the room, except they turned it into a sorbet. That's delicious. Perfectly sweet, and you can tell it was like at peak ripeness when they made this. And the final note is a cafe latte. Cheers. It's surprise after surprise for the mini sweets. So we did get a cake for our celebration, and second dessert is cream with local Hokkaido berries. So this looks pretty good. The cream's nice and light. It's like eating whipped cream with the berry compote on top. Perfectly balanced, and the berries are a little tart, but it works. Park Hyatt is a ski-in, ski-out property, and it's more catered towards intermediate and advanced skiers. I'm sad to report that my skiing skills haven't really improved much, so we started on the magic carpet as a refresher and moved on to a green hill. If you want more greens, the Niseko Village side has a lot more options. I can pizza and french fry, but I'm still struggling with hockey stops. Maybe I'll get some more practice in this season. Sebastian ended up wandering off on his own and for some reason thought it was fun going to the top of the mountain and then doing a 30-minute hike in order to ski. Yeah, I'll leave that to him and you can find me at the pool or onsen instead. For our last dinner, we are at the restaurant Robata. The specialty here is going to be flame grilled skewers. So here we have chicken skewers, shiitake mushrooms, and potato. For drink, I got some plum wine with soda. Plum wine, you can drink it straight with soda or on the rocks. Let's try it out. That's good. Not too sweet. Okay, let's try the sweet shrimp. I thought it was just like usually one shrimp, but I didn't realize it was going to be a bowl of shrimp. Nice surprise. Pretty good. So yeah, the sweetness of the shrimp is there. Okay, next up, let's try the potatoes. So these are really special. These are the 540 days aged Kachan potato. And there is a dipping sauce for the potatoes. I will admit, I am not a potato connoisseur, so this tastes like a normal potato to me. I don't know. If you're a potato connoisseur, then maybe you can tell a difference, but I personally can't. It does taste pretty unique though. Like it doesn't have a super starchy taste to it. Maybe like a subtle hint of sweetness, but yeah, I don't know. I think I ordered too much food, but still costs less than the omakase for 2 people. All right, let's try some of the chicken dishes. For the first skewer, let's start with the pork belly. Pork belly is pretty good. So it has like a Dijon sauce to it. It has like a nice kick for the mustard. Next up is the chicken fillet with plum and shisho. The chicken fillet is white meat, so it's not as smooth as a chicken thigh. Let's try some shiitake mushroom. The sauce is really good for the shiitake mushroom. Next up, we have chicken thigh. Chicken thigh is slightly overdone. It's a little tough. Okay, this one's interesting. This one is a chicken meatball with egg yolk and some Dijon sauce. So it kind of looks like there's an onsen egg in here. Perfectly poached egg, some chicken meatball in here. Okay, that's really good. Chicken meatball is actually perfectly cooked, and then the egg yolk puts a smooth texture on it, and the sauce goes really well together with it. We might have to get a second one of these. Yeah, get the chicken meatball. Next up, we have a chicken wing. Pretty good chicken wing. Nice and crispy skin and tender meat. This one is not overcooked. Next up, we have the Satsu Keiju salmon in dashi stock. So apparently this is a really unique salmon that's only found in this region, and if you were to eat it elsewhere, it's like super expensive. On the bottom is grilled rice, and then there's a layer of ikura. The salmon is right there, and then seaweed on top. So she did say to put a little bit of wasabi on it, and then pour the dashi stock in and eat it as a soup. Okay, that's really interesting. The salmon is like super firm. It is also a young salmon. So when you put on the grill, it's really smooth, but firm. So the dashi stock does loosen it up a little bit. And it's an interesting dish. Clear dashi stock ikura adds some saltiness, and the grilled rice adds texture, and it loosens up the grilled salmon a bit. Yeah, it's interesting and good. Lots of textures, a lot of things going on here. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up here and catch up with you later. Good morning. It's our last breakfast before we have to check out later this afternoon. So we got a plate of sashimi, some Japanese pickles, bowl of rice, miso soup, and some vegetables. For some reason, Sebastian got a large bowl of scrambled eggs. Let's actually try it. I'm so curious. It's buttery and soft scrambled eggs, but I feel like I need some like furikake on top of it, like some seaweed, so it's not as one-dimensional. Pretty good. Today's sashimi selection is scallops, squid, yellowtail, and sea snail. One of the cool things about the breakfast buffet is that they do usually have 2 cakes from Pierre Hermé, and today the selection is really solid. So this tart, it's the local berry inside as the filling, and then a custard and kind of like a mix of like a soft cheesecake inside. Yeah, probably one of the best fruit tarts I've had. Going to finish breakfast and see you in a bit. Overall, we really enjoyed our stay here, and I can easily see us back here for our 3rd year in a row. Although the property is more crowded this year, the service is still good at the restaurants, and the housekeeping staff is great as well. Definitely plan ahead if you want reservations during a prime time during dinner. For food, my top pick is still Moliere Montagne. I think that is my all-time favorite restaurant here, and it is definitely worth the splurge, especially if you can get a lunchtime spot. For all the other restaurants, I think my top pick would be China Kitchen, just because the menu is so diverse there, and you can go with regular items like rice and noodles, or you can go high end with the seafood and beef. The same thing can be said with Robata. Italian was also nice for a takeout option, but you can opt to dine in as well. And if you're looking for a semi-formal experience and less casual, then Tepan would be for you. The lobby also has a buffet spread, so how that works is you choose one main. That one is not unlimited, but there is like unlimited salad bar and some other options there as well. What's new this year is the deli section, so lots of grab and go options, and that was not there last year. It was actually like pretty limited, so I do like that this year there are more budget friendly and quick and easy ways to get food now. The property itself is still very beautiful and well maintained. Would happily stay here again. If you made it this far, leave a sun emoji in the comments below and I'll try to heart and respond. My question to you is, what are your thoughts on the Park Hyatt Niseko, and have you stayed here before, or is it in your future plans? Let me and everyone else know in the comments below. See you in the next one. It's our last meal at the Park Hyatt, and we chose China Kitchen. Apparently it's really hard to get an Uber out here, and if you want a taxi to go somewhere, you need to schedule that well in advance. We found that out the hard way. So our taxi doesn't get here until 7:15, and I guess we decided to get some dinner instead. We wanted the a la carte menu this time, so for appetizers we have the clam with crispy bamboo shoots, and then also ordered a Hokkaido scallop. This is steamed, and there's vermicelli on the bottom, and it's steamed with garlic and onions, and it looks amazing. The steamed scallop is so good. Definitely get this if you go to China Kitchen. Perfectly steamed, sauce isn't overwhelming. Taste the sweetness of the scallop. Yep, this is one of my favorite dishes. And then we have the Hokkaido clam. It's pretty big for appetizer size as well. At the bottom are bamboo shoots, and they're all covered in chili oil. Good choices so far. They also gave us some complimentary sparkling jasmine tea, and it's pretty good. Cheers. The main courses are here, and we got a half order of the Sichuan chicken. So this is wok fried chicken with tons of peppers, but it's not as spicy as it looks. And we also have the wok fried rice noodles with the Wagyu beef. This one is a full portion. Let's try the chicken. So it is deep fried and then tossed with a ton of chilies. That's pretty good. So it's dark meat. The batter is nice and light, and it's super tender. On the spice level, if you can't tolerate like Sichuan spicy, you probably shouldn't get that. But it's not like scorching spicy. Like, I'm not rushing to reach to water, but that's just me. And for the wok fried noodles, it's the flat rice noodles with egg and Wagyu beef. So let's give it a try. This one's pretty good as well. Yep, China Kitchen, I think it's a solid option. You can basically order a wide range of items. After having the set menu and a la carte items, I definitely think a la carte is the way to go. And must-get item is the steamed Hokkaido scallop. So we have a bit of time left before the taxi comes, and we decided to order some dessert. This one is one of 2 items on the menu, which is the Chinese dessert. So the first one was mango sago. We had that with the set meal. So we decided to try the almond tofu this time. It is a dessert and it looks pretty good. So just scooping into it, it's even consistency throughout. That's really good. Not too sweet. I used to have this a lot as a kid, and then when visiting Hong Kong, So it brings back a lot of good childhood memories. It was kind of like that ratatouille moment when the guy like took a bite out of his ratatouille, except mine is almond tofu. It's been quite a long time since I've had this. Definitely recommend it if you want to try something that's not the mango sago.